I am your friend, Dr. Charles Poe Key. If you treasure your uniqueness, I don't want to be like any other person. Looks, dressing, appearance, speech pattern of preaching, and all that. No, I am original. I am a certified original copy. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. My experience is different from yours. The inspiration I have is different from yours. The knowledge I have is different from yours. That's why you are listening to me because I am a pastor, but I preach differently from others. Differently. I identified what God called me to do quite early, and I started to focus on it. It is that identification that gives you uniqueness, that makes you outstanding, that gives you a unique selling point. So, what's so unique about you? What's different about you? What you need to do is to realize that your story will sell because it is unique and different. God helped me with two things. Number one, I know how to tell my story. Know how to tell my story. I am the best person to tell my story. No matter how long it takes a stammerer, he will call his father's name. No person can tell your story better than you. So I know how to tell my story. Next thing is that I know how to put my story and my ideas into written form. I know how to turn my stories and my experience and my knowledge into written form. I negated how I was categorized by the English examiners. They gave me a very low grade, but it doesn't matter. My grammar might not be always correct, but when my rema is correct, people will listen to me. They will buy my books. So that helped me. You have a unique experience. Why don't you write it down? Oh, you are waiting to have time to write. You can never have time to write until you make up your mind to put pen on paper. Some ideas will not flow. Some ideas will not flow. And then when you put pen on paper, you don't need to write a big book. Write a small book. I have a lecture coming up, um, overcoming difficult times. And I'll be speaking to thousands of men at the Balm of Gilead Church of God Mission Men's Convention, International Convention. I'll be speaking to thousands of men. And there was hesitancy to put it into writing. I just took my phone and started typing it on my phone. One of the days I typed and finished it by 1:30 a.m. It's going to come out before the conference. So the challenges I had in marriage, I put it into book form. Oil of marriage, marriageable or manageable, marriage or first ministry. I put them in book form. All the difficulties I've had in life, I put them in book form. I wrote one, Refined by Hardship, on my 60th birthday. I wrote another one, The Philosophy of the Ant. I wrote several books, The Wilderness of Life. There was a point I didn't know where I was going to. I wrote it into book form, The Wilderness of Life. When I was alone, my brothers abandoned me. I wrote it into a book. So the ability to tell your story, the ability to discover your uniqueness, the ability to write it down, and the willingness to publish it. Maybe one of these days, I will do a conference on book writing, publishing, and sales. This is a good school, don't you think so? This channel is worth subscribing to and encouraging others to subscribe to. Thank you so much. We are approaching the 60,000 subscriber mark. I hope that in a few weeks' time, we should reach 60,000. And at the end of the year, we should be more than 100,000 subscribers. Not for self-aggrandizement, but to make as many people as possible get aware of these tips of wisdom that I'm sharing. I remain your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. Register for the seminar, and I have real estate for sale. Send a message to me on +234 7052136763 on WhatsApp. And nowadays we book for consultation because the pressure was becoming too much on my head. I received phone calls till 12 o'clock in the night, till 1 a.m. So we decided to appointed a manager that manages the booking appointments so that I can live long enough to serve you. God bless you.